Hi there, welcome back. I'm here with a new lesson for you to help you to develop your speaking in a natural way. People ask me how can they develop their speaking and how can they speak English without hesitation. I want to share my real story here. Actually, the story is of my students. I want to share here. One day, a group of students, adolescents and adults, made a plan to meet me if I could help them improve their speaking. They came to my office and they asked me a question, Binod, how can we avoid hesitation while communicating with people? How can we avoid humiliation, the feeling of humiliation while communicating with people? I was really puzzled and I thought a little bit to provide them correct answer, but I couldn't. So what I did was I went home, searched some of the books in my mini library, but I couldn't find any sort of concrete solution to provide my students since I left that issue for discussion tomorrow. I didn't find any technique. Though I had many books in my mini library, I just turned the pages of the books, but I couldn't find particular and concrete plans to provide, styles to provide my students. So I asked this question to myself, and I thought a little bit for about an hour. Then I came to know very secret thing. I'm going to give you today. So my students used the techniques that I provided them. I shared my experiences, my own techniques that I used while developing and how did I avoid humiliation or feeling of fear or embarrassment while communicating with people. I provided them, they used in their life, and they say they worked in their life. That is what I'm going to share with you today. Many of you might be having same problem. You know English. If somebody asks you to write in English, you can easily write in English. You can easily, sit in the place and you can easily write whatever people say. You understand whatever people say. But when you actually go for communicating, when you meet people, and you are there to communicate, you may be feeling some sort of hesitation or humiliation. I want to help you by providing some of the techniques, 3 techniques especially, which you can use in your life to develop your speaking, particularly to avoid the feeling of humiliation while speaking. Number 1 is do not plan while speaking. Speak without plan, meaning never think about grammar. When you speak with people, you never think about grammar rules and structures and pronunciation or the vocabularies. What I mean by this is you never think about what to speak beforehand, okay? What sort of grammar rule to use, what sort of pronunciation to use. You never think beforehand. You just speak, focus on meaning. If you focus on meaning, what happens is you are concentrated with the meaning. Why you are talking to that person, why you are having communication with that person. You just focus on the meaning. Do not focus on your grammar. Do not focus on your pronunciation when you speak. I'm not saying you don't have to improve your pronunciation. I'm not saying you don't have to improve your grammar. You can improve your grammar and pronunciation, but at the time of speaking, if you just focus on your grammar and pronunciation, if you think that you will be incorrect, you will use incorrect grammar, you will mispronounce the words sometimes, then your speaking gets slower. In this way, you can't develop your speaking. You feel humiliated, you feel embarrassed. And what you do is, you do not plan. If you are planning and speaking, you are speaking, but you are controlled by the grammar and the structures. So, if you are controlled, you are doing controlled practice. If you do controlled practice, you cannot speak naturally. What you have to think is, You have to think that everyone commits mistake. For example, think about your mother tongue. Did anyone teach you your mother tongue? Did you think about any rules or the structures or grammar in your mother tongue? In the beginning, when you were a baby or a child, nobody taught you. You didn't think about grammar. You didn't think about pronunciation of your mother tongue. Gradually, you developed it. But later on, you might have got the help from your parents or the society or even from your teachers. But in the beginning, you just spoke and everybody accepted it in your society. Same thing you have to do. Everyone commits mistake or error. Even if you see some very good speakers of English, they also have gone through the same problem that you are facing. They have committed a lot of errors. They have committed a lot of mistakes in the beginning. Therefore, never ever think about the mistakes or errors in the beginning. Number 2, appreciate yourself. Try to be positive. Whatever you speak during the day with the people, you try to appreciate yourself. Whatever you talked, whatever you discussed, what sort of communication that you had with the people on the way or in your workplace or the university or college or school, you just appreciate yourself. What do I mean by appreciate yourself? Whatever you speak, you don't forget to pat on your head. You say, okay, I've done a great job today. I've produced very good English. I've done a great job. These are the things I was able to do today. You just reflect on yourself in the evening and try to appreciate yourself. Unless and until you appreciate yourself, you can't be motivated towards English language learning. You can't communicate properly. So whatever you communicate during the day, go home and think about it and pat on your head. It means appreciate yourself. That's the second thing that you have to do. And third thing, you have to motivate yourself. You have to inspire yourself. You have to be motivated. What I mean by this, how you get motivated is set the goals, set the objectives. The goals might be immediate goals or long-term goals. Whatever goals you set the goals. Then you get motivated. How do you set the goals? For example, short-term objectives might be, what do you do during the day? For example, today I will study or I will speak 30 minutes with my friends and I will communicate like this. You may set these sort of goals. Or long-term goals like what you are going to do after 3 months with English. Or you may be delivering a speech. You may be communicating for a long time. You may be reading a book. Or you may be having discussion with your friends. Or you may be getting a job because of your English. So set your goal. What are you going to do? After you learn speaking properly, what sort of goal you want to set? Set the goal. Goal might be immediate or long-term. So what happens is, whenever you speak without plan and appreciate yourself, means just say you are good, you are doing good. And many of the English practitioners or English learners, they just think about their mistakes. They just think about their errors. You never think about your errors. Whatever you did is okay. Think about your good thing, the positive thing, and you have to motivate yourself. So when you speak without plan, this must be followed by appreciation of yourself. You have to appreciate yourself. Nobody is coming to appreciate you. And third thing is, you have to motivate yourself. With that appreciation, you get motivation. Because of that motivation, you keep going. When you keep going, you develop your speaking properly. If you like the video, please share and subscribe and comment as well. What sort of video you need in the future, please don't forget to comment below. Thank you.